Welcome back to the channel. After having spent some time on the M, in mostly factory form, it was time for some modifications to make it truly my own. Like I mentioned before, I am refraining at the moment from anything that could potentially void the powertrain warranty, so everything I have done are quality of life and protection improvements. I am still pondering the catalytic converter replacement with a header from Akropovic, as my dealer assured me that it would not void the warranty. But for the moment, I am happy the way the bike sits. Let's start from the back and work our way forward. A must-have mod for pretty much any bike are pulleys for the swing arm to get the bike on a rear wheel stand. As a nice tidbit, BMW included a nicely machined plate with chain tension and tire pressure numbers, taking away all the guesswork. Moving up, I replaced the factory seat with a option from Wunderlich. The jury is still out on this one, as I am hoping that it will still break in. While it looks terrific, the foam used is rather on the firm side, making it almost equal to the factory seat, except for the fact that it is slightly higher, hence reducing the bend in my knees slightly. Also, moving around seems a bit easier as well. Next up, I replaced the factory fuel cap that required a physical key to unlock it. Mind you, on a bike with keyless ignition. Silly BMW. I do get the need for a lockable option for certain areas, but since I am not worried about fuel theft, I replaced it with a much nicer looking unit from TWM, going with the overall blue theme of the bike, including some very slick looking blue titanium bolts. If that is not screaming race bike, I don't know what is. The next modification was a huge improvement on the ergo side, and that were the risers from Wunderlich. This mod went hand in hand with turning the handlebars 180 degrees and brought the bar in a position that is now very comfortable for me, allowing for very long rides without any issues at all. One of my very few complaints about the bike are the slightly buzzy handlebars at higher RPMs. To get some relief, I installed weighted bar ends from Ebotech that are a good bit heavier than the factory bar ends. While I was not able to totally get rid of the vibrations, it is a nice improvement, and now even my mirrors are usable at highway speeds. Along with the bar ends, I also installed leather protectors as a bonus. The only downside is that you will no longer be able to install the mirrors downward, if that is your thing, as the leather protectors from Ebotech only allow a upright installation. I know, first world problems. Last but not least, I was looking for a good while for a better option than the tiny factory carbon plate in front of the bike. I settled for a windscreen from Buick that I personally thought fit the character of the bike best and goes hand in hand with the wings on the bike. It is just tall enough to not look silly on this naked powerhouse from BMW, while even offering a bit more protection for the very expensive instrument cluster. A win-win in my book. And that, my friends, is about it for this amazing hyperbike from BMW. There are maybe a few cosmetic tweaks down the road, but overall I am very happy the way the bike sits. And I am very much looking forward to enjoy this bike in the months and years ahead. As always, keep it on 2, be safe, and I will see you soon in the next one. Bye.